Hello, hello, Melissa Martin here, your Canna Curly girl. So I've been really wanting to redesign our training videos, and so over the course of the next few weeks, I will be going ahead and doing these 5-minute videos, maybe 10-minute videos, to kind of step by step help people get their business going and get the training they feel necessary to really rock their business. And so today's topic is going to be on the endocannabinoid system. I will slowly do product trainings as well, and hopefully get into some other things as well. So without further ado, the endocannabinoid system. Let's talk about that really quick. Hopefully you guys can see my screen here. Let's go here. Okay, so I'm going to double check that y'all can see it. If you're watching live with me, comment live. If you're watching the replay, just say replay. So for those of you who are new and may not know, CBD can help so many different things. We have to be careful how we say it helps those things. There is compliance. The wonderful FDA does not allow us to claim that CBD, a plant-based product, can cure or treat any specific disease or medical condition. And so what we encourage people to do is when you're talking about testimonies, when you're talking about things that CBD can help, you want to describe what you are feeling and how you feel after CBD. So don't name the condition, but describe how you felt. So for example, instead of saying anxiety, you can say stuff like mood control, and you'd have that tight feeling around your chest. And so you're really describing it. You're not naming the condition. Okay, so maybe if you joint pain can relate to, arthritis, you can't say I cured arthritis, but you can say, you suffered from major joint inflammation, to where your hands were swollen or feet were swollen or you were bone on bone, things like that, and that CBD helped with the discomfort in that, so on and so forth. And there's a whole document on what to say and what to say instead of certain diseases. And so these are pretty compliant terms that you see here. So how and why does CBD work? Now, I don't want to confuse you guys. Most people don't care about this, okay? But I want you guys to understand. So when it comes to talking to a potential, you don't need to tell them all the things. The main things that you can take away from this is, does it work? It has a 60-day guarantee, and we are certified pure. So if you're not happy, this is what I tell my potentials. Like, I can explain all the science geeky stuff to you if you want. However, I know it works. And if you don't feel like it's worth the money in that time, you have 60 days to return it open and empty for a full refund. Okay. And so on top of that, we are certified pure. What does that mean? We are in the top 0.1% of all CBDs because hardly any of them are certified pure. And so you can guarantee you're not getting molds, pesticides, heavy metals, that it actually has CBD in it and that the CBD in it is effectively extracted. Okay, so that's the main takeaways. It works. If you don't believe me, you have 60 days to return it. Okay, but let's talk about the endocannabinoid system. Okay, so if you can't say endocannabinoid system, you can just say ECS. Now, back in the 1990s, they finally started discovering this system. And this is why a lot of doctors don't understand CBD right now, because a lot of doctors took medical school before or during the 90s. And so as they discovered the endocannabinoid system and did more and more research, it became more and more part. Only now recently is it becoming part of doctors' trainings. And so that's why doctors they know medicine. They don't understand this a lot of the times. I would say about 40% of doctors are on board now in recommending it or agreeing that somebody can take it. And then the others will just say no comment. I don't want the liability. And then some will say no. That's a very small percentage on that. A lot of holistic doctors will be all for it and possibly even sell it, like chiropractors, physical therapists, things like that. So this system lives within your body. And when you use CBD, so first of all, CBD stands for cannabidiol, and you can get cannabinoids naturally from fatty acid foods like human breast milk. You can also get them from cannabis plants. And that's not just hemp, that's marijuana as well. And so that's why we see so many benefits in both. And there's different benefits in different ones. Okay. And that's a subject for another training. So these cannabinoids will help trigger these receptors. These are called the CB1 and CB2 receptors. There's so many different receptors in the ECS, and the CB1 and CB2 receptors are the main ones that respond to CBD. And these receptors help regulate the central nervous system, immune cells, the GI tract, peripheral nervous system. And so this CBD, especially a fat-soluble CBD like ours, which is another benefit to the purity of ours, will attach to the human cell and trigger these receptors to help regulate so many different functions. And that is why CBD can work for so many different things. That's why different people can use CBD and get different benefits. Think of using CBD as a key that unlocks so many different functions of your body to create homeostasis and perform optimally. Now, back in the day, this, by the way, this is in our team page files under the albums. I'll show you here. If we're in Hemp Squad here and you go to albums, actually we'll go to photos. This is a computer version, and you go to albums. There's something called important pictures, helpful pics. There we go. And there's a lot of really helpful pics I recommend you save here. Okay, so it's in here somewhere, I think. But yeah, so I totally forgot my train of thought. Endocannabinoid system, we talked about that. That's pretty much how it works. And again, you don't want to necessarily overcomplicate things for people, but different people get different benefits, of course. And back in the day, all of our animals used to eat feral hemp because back in the day, you had to grow hemp. If you were a farmer, you got fined if you did not grow hemp. They used hemp for so many different purposes, for paper goods, for clothing, for sails on boats. So many. There's over 200 uses for hemp. And so if you didn't grow hemp, you were fined. And then all of this cannabis prohibition came about. And the reason why it came about is because alcohol prohibition was lifted. And the department of the government that was trying to, they were about to be liquidated. And a bunch of people were about to lose money and jobs within the government. And the government found something else to go after, and that was cannabis. And instead of going after alcohol, because it was now legal, they had to go after cannabis. And so we've been fed a lot of propaganda over the years. So prior to that, a lot of our animals used to eat hemp. They used to eat feral hemp because it grew wild everywhere. And so as we ate the animals, the meat and the cows and the chickens and the pigs, and as we drank their milk from the goats and the cows, and as we ate their eggs, we would get CBD naturally because of their diets. And now over the years, they don't eat that. They don't eat feral hemp anymore. And this is why I personally believe that we see so many health issues that with just a little bit of CBD introduced into people's diets, they now see so many more benefits. They feel so much better. And anybody who has a spine has an endocannabinoid system. So don't let anybody tell you that they don't need CBD, because our bodies were born with a system to absorb it. It's a God-made system in our body that was designed to respond to CBD. And so again, there's a reason why mother's breast milk has CBD in it, okay? And so that's just a little bit about the endocannabinoid system. I really hope that it has helped you understand that more. Again, You don't have to explain that to somebody unless they're super geeky, sciencey, and like to know and understand that. Or if you kind of have a little bit of a hater that's willing to hear you out as to why CBD is so important, that's another thing you can talk about. You know, if someone's like, oh, it's a drug or whatever, you can talk about how it is a God-made system in your body born to absorb these things. So again, CBD is health without the high, help without the high. And then I will continue on these videos to discuss more about the products and various other topics that can help you grow your business. Feel free to share this with anybody. I will put it on my YouTube channel as well. Hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.